everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do our very first cooking video of the season, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I like to make my chicken soup, but I am lazy and I use the Crockpot. So this is like the fastest way to make chicken soup, and I promise you, you can do this while you're still cleaning the house and running other errands. This is going to be your best friend. As a matter of fact, I think this Crockpot is literally like my best friend in the kitchen because it helps me with so much. So without further ado, let's jump right into our very first recipe. So what's so wonderful about this recipe is that you can really make it complex, like by using a whole lot of things, chopping up everything by hand, or you can make it really easy and doable, and that's just kind of depends on your mood. So for today, I've kind of been feeling a bit lazy, so I'm just going to show you what I do on a lazy day. Again, I'm using carrots, but these are shredded carrots already. You are way more than welcome to get whole carrots and chop them up, peel them if you want. This is what's so great about this recipe, is that you can literally create it and make it however you please. So I have Brussels sprouts right here. Again, I'm not going to go ahead and like cut them. So I got the shaved Brussels sprouts from Trader Joe's. I ended up buying this like bok choy, and it's actually my very first time using it in my soup. What I love about this recipe is that I get to use so much vegetables in it, and that's why I ended up getting this, so I can add extra vegetables into my soup. And I have a little bit of this. This is the red lentil pasta from Trader Joe's. Not sure if you can see that, but I've really been liking this, so I like to add this into my soup. You're more than welcome to omit this if you'd like. Of course, we can't forget our chicken breast. And then I like just to add this roasted tomatillo salsa from Trader Joe's. This is actually really nice, and it gives the soup a little bit of flavor. If you don't know by now, but I actually dislike salt. So any of my recipes that ask for salt, I'll end up leaving that out. I'm not a big salty person, so that's it. I'm not adding any more salt. I'm not going to do pepper, but if you like salt and pepper, you are way more than welcome to add that at the very end. So what I like to do first, and what this recipe requires, is for us to cut the breast. You don't have to cut it if you don't like, or if you don't want to, but I like to trim the fat from my chicken breast. So I don't want any of the fatty pieces. I know sometimes it makes the soup a little bit better, it tastes better, but I'm trying to be lean and clean as much as I can, so I will be removing the fat from my chicken breast. And then you want to slice it in half. So that way the chicken breast isn't too thick when it's in the crock pot, and it can cook thoroughly, because you do not want raw chicken. That is like the worst. Oh, and before I forget, you can buy these little bags at Target. You can get them at any grocery store, and it's a bag for your crock pot. So this way you don't have to clean the bottom, and you do not have to ruin your crock pot, because sometimes when it's warm or if it's really hot, it ends up sticking to the ceramic on the side. So I found this out from another YouTuber, and seriously, it's like the best thing ever. When your soup is done, you just throw it all away, and you don't even have to wash the lid of your crock pot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add the chicken to the bottom. Super easy. You can even have your kids help you out, because you're literally just throwing everything in. And then you just turn on the machine, and voila! We have chicken soup. So I'm trying to do this as fast as I can, just so you guys don't get bored. But sometimes chicken, and I know some people tell me that I remove too much from my chicken, but I don't know, I just hate the fatty stuff on the chicken. So, sorry. All right, so then the bottom of the chicken, or the bottom of the crock pot will be coated with chicken. So let me wash my hands. We'll throw this away, and we're gonna end up getting a new chopping board and a knife for our vegetables. So I'll be right back. All right, so I got a new chopping board, got a new knife, and now I'm gonna start cutting up my vegetables. So this is where you would like cut your carrots if you ended up getting whole carrots. So let me go ahead and rinse these and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are now rinsed. And honestly, I've actually never used Chockboy before. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think I've seen people just like throw these in there. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just chop them up. That's what's so great about this recipe, is that you can make them as thin as you like, or you can make them as thick. I like my vegetables to be pretty thick, not my carrots. That's why I got the shredded carrots. But with these, we can just throw them in as we please. So then we go ahead and add our Brussels sprouts. I normally make my chicken soup with carrots, celery, and onion, but for whatever reason this time around, I felt like I wanted it a little bit heartier, a lot more vegetables in it, and I think that's why I ended up going with the Brussels sprouts, the bok choy, carrots, and I just want a little bit of that pasta feeling, so I added the red lentil pasta. So this is what's so great about Trader Joe's, is that it gives you the option just to get everything that's diced already. I will not be adding the whole thing of carrots. It's a little too much for me. I'll just do like 2 handfuls. Ooh, that's so colorful and so pretty. All right, a little more. And then I'm going to do the red lentil pasta. I'm actually just going to add a little bit. Actually, I'll add the whole thing. So you can just eye it. Again, make it however you'd like, however your family or kids are going to eat this. This is what's so great about this recipe, is that you can just make it your own. So I'm going to add the tomatillo salsa, roasted. Ooh, I think this is like what makes the recipe. So I just added the whole thing. And then, actually sometimes I even add beans in here, like kidney beans, or you can do black beans. That's really delicious too. Whatever you have in hand, you can just throw in the crock pot. So now I'm doing 2 boxes of chicken broth, and they're low sodium. So again, I'm not a big salty person, so I want like no salt. And you just throw it all in there. That's what's so great. Seriously, easiest recipe ever. Like, I don't even know how I came across this recipe, but it's like so easy. All right, 1 can down. 1 more to go. So once you have everything inside the crock pot, you'll just put it on high for 3 hours, or you can do low to 6 hours. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do high for 3 hours because I'm starving. And that is it, you guys. This is literally everything. You chop everything up and you throw everything in. And so now we're gonna go ahead and cover this up. This is where you can put your salt and pepper or any other spices that you'd like. I think you guys have already had enough of me saying that I don't like salt, so I'm going to skip that step. Let's go ahead and lock this puppy down. And then we lock it up. Let's plug it in. And we do high for 3 hours. So that is everything you need to do. It's high on 3 hours, you guys. That's it. Now I can go watch TV, wash some laundry, run errands, whatever you need to do. This is like your time. You have 3 hours in order for this to get done cooking. I have lemon here on the side, and then I have my tapatio ready for when it's done cooking because I love my chicken soup or any type of soup with lots of lemon and lots of tapatio sauce. So come back in 3 hours. All right, guys, so now the soup is all done. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and shred my chicken. And I actually learned this little trick from my aunt. And so what you do is you just get 2 forks and you're just gonna gently start shredding your chicken. This is probably the fastest way, I think, instead of, using a knife or anything like that. So I just kind of want bite-sized pieces of chicken. And this is really the best and just easiest way to shred your chicken. All right, so now that we're done shredding our chicken, we're just gonna go ahead and put everything back. All right, put our chicken back in to our soup. And let's just mix it all up. I used these tongs to get my chicken out. We'll put that on the side. So this is all nice and warm and delicious. It is ready to be poured right into our bowl. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get all the vegetables, chicken, pasta. I love this. All right, so look at that. How delicious does that look? Then we're just gonna get a little bit of that broth. This is so good when you're not feeling good or when you're feeling a bit lazy. This is just such an easy meal to make. So ready. I can't forget my tapatio. This just makes it 10 times better. We'll just pour some in. I love lots of lime. Little trick is I think you squeeze it down on the counter to get a little bit more juice. Let's cut it. And then we squeeze. And I just think lime just makes everything just so yummy, especially when it comes to soup. And then if you do not want to have carbs, you don't have to use the tortilla chips, but I am obsessed with these quinoa and black bean chips. From Trader Joe's. So since I wasn't strong enough to open it by hand, I guess I'll just use my scissors. So not fun this way, but whatever. So I'm just gonna get a few chips. I don't need that much. and then I just crumble them on top. And oh my God, I have my meal here. So now you can get all cozy in front of your TV, watch some Netflix, and enjoy your bowl of soup. Literally, this takes us so easy. It's so quick to make. And if you don't have a crock pot, go get it. Please try this at home. And if you do, comment down below and let me know how you like it. I promise I'll have more cooking videos down the road. This is the first one. So tortilla soup coming your way. Give it a big thumbs up and I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.